I was considering taking off my heels for this segment, but then I figured that would just look really ridiculous. It's wonderful to have some incredible, talented volleyball players joining us. Adam Simac is joining us, actually a local player, which is wonderful to see, back in town for a little bit of time. And also we have Gavin Schmitt joining us, both from Volleyball Canada. Great to have the two of you on the show. You're back in town, of course. We have the National Training Center here, but there's a big event coming up that we'd like people to get involved in and to understand just how amazing this sport is. So if you can, give us kind of a rundown as what's happening, especially with Turkey coming into town.
Well, Wednesday, Thursday in Gatineau, and Saturday in Kingston, we're going to be taking on the Turkish national team. So Wednesday and Thursdays at 7, and Saturdays at 4, and it's two national teams playing some very high level games. So. It
is high level. It's interesting because you actually, well, both of you are playing overseas, and most of the talent is actually, then the interest is overseas, playing in Europe. You're actually playing for a professional team in Turkey.
Yeah, I was playing in Russia.
Mm-hmm. You were in Turkey. You were in Russia.
Yes.
You guys are swapping. Are you going to be playing in Turkey?
I will be moving to Turkey. I'll be moving to his old team in Turkey.
Which is kind of fun. Is it interesting to see the dynamics of kind of playing with teammates that you would be playing with professionally, and then going against them as national team members?
Yeah, that's always cool. It's always really fun because you play so long professionally with these guys, and you play against them, and you build relationships. And it's always fun to play against people. Like even in practice, you get to play against your friends. You get to make little snide comments to them, and it makes it a little more interesting, a little more gritty. I really like it.
It's going to be great. It's going to be fun, I think. But for a lot of you, there's that pressure because while it's not an Olympic year of qualifying, these are really events that are going to lead up to getting to those world qualifiers that will eventually get you to the Olympic Games. Do you see that in kind of as the progression of getting there?
Absolutely. Everything we've done, we've had a core group of guys for probably about the past 4 years for the last squad. Everything we do from here on out is a step towards that next Olympic qualifier. So all of the games are really important for us to keep building because we don't get a lot of high-level matches now that we're back in World League and we get to play tournaments like this. It's a lot better for us. We can start developing and building and getting better towards that next Olympic goal.
Do you see that the Olympic Games are still that ultimate prize for you guys?
I think for everybody who puts on the Maple Leaf, that's the ultimate goal.
Because it was a heartbreaking loss. You guys lost to the United States in that final, the last qualifier that would have earned you guys an Olympic spot.
I think we realized how close we were.
Right.
And it's just tinkering a few things, and then I'm really excited for 2016
to be able to build on this. Are we looking at a lot of veterans right now, looking at that team? Where I know that the training camp, because Sarah Freemark had met up with a couple people, and it was kind of like the youngsters coming out of university, kind of getting ready to join in with you guys.
Everybody like our age, we've all been around for I guess about 4 years. We've had successes, we've had failures, so everybody's dealt with adversity now, and it's just coming and playing your best game now. So
okay, so the games that people can expect, we've got the 2 games coming up here in Ottawa, here in Gatineau, and then the one in Kingston. What do you want from people to understand, or maybe introduce people to the game of volleyball at this level?
Well, the first thing you want them to understand is that they are watching the highest level of volleyball they can possibly watch. These are the best players in Canada, the best players that we can possibly bring in, and the best players in Turkey, all playing against each other. There's nobody better suited out there to play this sport for them to come watch. So it's like watching, like professional hockey, it's watching anything like that. So when they come out, they do get to watch the sport at its highest level.
Yeah, which is really cool. And it's really interesting because, we meet you guys and we meet you here in a different setting. And then I go and Google your names. And it's like superstar power when you're talking about professional volleyball down in Europe. It's a very interesting, it's different to say what you're doing there and then come home and people are like, oh, you play volleyball. Do you feel that a little bit?
Yeah, depending, well, when we went to Poland last summer for our World League, I think of volleyball there as kind of their NHL.
Yeah,
they're tailgating before the games. There's everybody's dressed in the team colors. They have songs for their team, for each guy. So it's really, really incredible.
You guys are like the poster boys over there. It's really quite fun to see. So you have a chance to see these poster boys here playing for our national team. We have, this is really interesting because we have 2 pairs of 6 tickets to give away for each of those matches. So 12 tickets for each of those days. I want you to email us in ottawacontest@ctv.ca. Let me know which team, Team Canada, will be playing over these 3 matches. So let us know which team our national team players are going to be playing, and you have a chance to win. We've got 2 pairs of 6 tickets to give away. It was a pleasure to meet you guys. Awesome. Do you guys want to kind of, bump us out of this segment?